This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
No, isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
When you return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
And I'd definitely buy that for $1. Maybe some of these for even more than $1. And welcome to SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin. I am here with Dave, and Jake will be on sometime in the future. We're kind of doing a sequel. Not Dave, sorry, Jake will be on.
We're kind of doing a squeakquel, sort of. I'm Dave. I'm from Delusions of Grandeur and Inside Movies Galore. Hello, everyone.
So this is going to be sort of like an ending of sorts. It's not really, because I have so many pickups that I recorded in order to, because I had like a whole bunch of backed up pickups, and I
have several boxes that myself that will be on my on their way to me. So I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, actually, day after tomorrow, I'll be sending yours when I get paid, and that's going to be great. But yeah, I had so many backups that stuff backed up that I recorded a ton of 10 movie pickups. So it will look like I'm still just throwing them out there. But in reality, almost all of my effort is going to be on finishing this movie. DV7 needs to be finished. I keep running into tragedy, to stuff that I have to do, to issues with the house, with family, with my own health, and I'm just going to be tripling down on this movie. But I've got some pretty cool stuff. I mean, I've got this John Ward scene that I'm working on right now, that he had the sound recorded differently than the scene, but the problem is I'm having to match the sound with the scene. So it's a slow process. But once I get his stuff done, I've still got stuff that I've recorded, then I have to record new stuff. I think I'm at least at the halfway point, if not more. It is going to be over
at
an hour
least
long.
Have all the scenes filmed.
I do not.
Oh.
There's a lot of scenes that I'm involved with that need to be done. There's some scenes that Evan Jacobs is in that I haven't gotten done yet. His friend that I've got in the film, his isn't done. And I think there might be one or two others. I think Blaze Tudor's scene needs to be done as well.
Oh.
So, got a couple here, but, just got to do it. If it comes late, I'm still trying to aim for a Halloween release, but we'll see. We'll see. So, until Jake comes on, and he has texted us that he will be on soon as he finishes dessert. So, that's kind of, I guess, but yeah, he's not sharing with us. Matter of fact, everybody got to eat today except for me. That's kind of a sad thing. Oh well, it's not like I'm missing any. Yeah, it's not like I can't afford to miss a meal. So, yeah, it's got some cool stuff though with this DV stuff. I think it's going to be good. And if you haven't checked out a lot of these actors, there's a lot of cool people in this film, including him. So, I guess I'll get on my pickup hat. There we go. Now I'm ready for it. It's official. We're just going to go back and forth as we have, and we'll just keep going until time goes. And when Jake gets here, we'll do that too. So I'm going to do this because it's going to be 3 of us. I'm going to do it like this and then switch us around. So I'm going to start with one that is an upgrade of a film that needs an upgrade, because all I got is kind of a ratty DVD of it. And Dave, I hate presenting that as a ratty DVD, but if there's any of these that you want me to add to the list, when I say it's an upgrade, let me know.
Okay.
So this is actually Brandon Lee's The Crow. I thought I had this originally on a multi-pack, but no. This is the only one of the films in the series that I have as a single. And I had it on a old school DVD. And I wanted to go ahead and upgrade it. And it was a cheap upgrade. And this film looks excellent, and I'd like to have it up from 720 to 1080 at least. And it is beautiful, even for a film done back then. It is Brandon Lee's last film, as he was killed on set for this.
Yep.
And which is sad, because he is the son of Bruce Lee. We were thinking he was going to be a big action star, because he was pretty good in his own right. And he was playing this guy, he's a comic book character, the Crow, who's a guy who gets killed and kind of gets resurrected as a spirit of vengeance. And it's really, really well done. I think that the martial arts and the choreography is really well done. I've seen I need to get the rest of Brandon Lee's films. I think I've got a few of them already. He didn't do a lot, so it wouldn't be hard to get all of them. It really is sad, because he was one that could be been potentially the next Bruce Lee.
Totally agree.
But what do you? But Dave, you need a DVD of this one?
No, I've actually got the box set
Oh, well, you
of the
see,
Crow.
so yours is even better than mine.
I've got the box set of Crow, and then I've got the standalone 4. What they need to do is they just need to spring and do a full box set of those, and including the new one with Skarsgård.
I think that's the only one I don't have, is the Skarsgård one. Even though that's
here too. I didn't pick that one up either.
That one's actually going for pretty cheap too, which is, shame on me. Shame on me. All right, I will put you on here. There you go, Dave.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go with one that just came the other day. I ended up finding a copy of Phil Herman's Unearthed anthology on eBay for relatively cheap. So I sprung for it, and it came just the other day.
I think I'm in that one, actually.
You are?
Because I think I'm in the Alien one that was one of the vignettes. I know I'm in at least one Phil Herman
I do
thing.
believe it's signed on the back here. So that's a bonus. I have not watched it yet, so I do know Christopher Collar from an earlier short film of his. He's from Chicago. He's an actor, and I think he's a small-time director. Small time, but he kind of knows. He kind of knows Derek Brosh. So
I'm familiar with that name.
well, Derek Brosh and Nina Trader, our husband and wife, they're a production team from Chivi's Productions, which they're straight from Chicago. So,
well, it's a pretty good one. I really did like the Gravedigger character, and we're gonna add Jake to this. Hey, Jake. So instead of the 10 movie cap, we're just gonna keep going until we decide to quit.
Okay.
So we're just throwing it out. I got Dave on. We might not even get to 10 because there's 3 of us, but you never know.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Phil Herman's The Unearthed, and I am definitely in it. I've confirmed that. And the director of the short film, it was a pretty cool thing. It was like an alien one, which was pretty cool. I did a review on The Unearthed.
So real quick, I was talking about that guild project.
Yes.
I got back on Kickstarter today and found a few things that I think Brandon would catch your interest.
Oh, I've been looking at it, but they don't have a physical of the film.
Yeah, but like one that will have a physical is they're looking to produce a pilot for a new Tenchi series.
Yes.
And that one could be. What's that?
Yeah, Roger's been showing that off.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking at that. And I found one, I think it's called To Die For. It's supposed to be a gaming themed one, so I know that's up your alley. And I was just looking at something. I think Dave would appreciate the weirdness too. There's an Australian short film called Elvis and the Last Biscuit.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Actually,
Yeah, that does.
so
Yeah.
I guess since we got through yours, I guess we'll move to Jake's since this thing.
Okay.
Oh, so we already started. I didn't realize we were. Sorry.
Yeah, it was 8 o'clock, so as I had Dave there, so I was like, okay, let's go. Let's go on time.
Okay.
But you're still
Well,
the first.
right then.
That's a,
So, my first one, I'm going to go ahead and do one that's a little physically larger because we're doing this online, so I don't have to trug it over there. And this is one that I picked up. I don't know if it's the whole show. I don't know if I feel like it is, but I'm not super familiar with this. There's a fairly acclaimed series that came out a few years back that, if memory serves, I think it was a spinoff of Ally McBeal. And I've seen a few episodes of Ally McBeal, but I never did see Boston Legal. But I do have season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, and season 5. Oh yeah, it does say final season. So okay, so I guess this is the entire run of the show. It stars James Spader and William Shatner. In actually, I think Candice Bergen is in there, John Larroquette, a few other people. David E. Kelly production. This is actually, I think, one of Shatner's more acclaimed projects that is not Star Wars. So it's been on my radar for some time. I had an opportunity to get it dirt cheap, and I took it. I will certainly love the opportunity to condense this into a smaller thing. And God knows when I'll get around to watching it. But it's nice to have it.
So first off, yes, I agree with you that Shatner, it's one of his better roles in recent years.
Okay.
And second off, don't get us killed. It's Star Trek, not Star Wars that Shatner.
What did I say?
You said Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
Killed by the fans. It's like role models where not role models. It was like what was the one where they were going to try and see episode 1 Fanboys, where he's sitting there trying to sell the stuff secretly.
I blame
as Shatner did in Star Trek 2. Jake!
If we get to the letter I in mine, which is unlikely, but if we did get to letter I will have some Shatner to show off.
okay.
But I do have something else to show off. I got Mr. T to show off.
Aha.
Because Kino had a sale, and they had this marked down to $5. And I really was like, I haven't seen this film yet. Do I really need to go and get the Blu-ray when I just have a basic DVD of it? But then I was like, well, it's $5. Why not? Because I was insane. So I went ahead and finally got an upgrade to the movie I haven't seen, DC Cab, with Mr. T.
Right.
He didn't do a lot of films. He didn't do a lot of films overall. I'm trying to get it over there. Okay. Oh, there we go. He didn't do a lot of films overall that I know of that he was like the star of. This doesn't have a lot of.
He starred opposite Rocky in one of the Rocky movies.
Yep, Rocky.
Well, yeah.
But and that was because of his original. Matter of fact, it was one of the original things. I mean, that and the A-Team. But he was originally scouted from his time at Strongest Man competition, or what do they call it, which is a kind of a boxing, an unprofessional boxing circuit. And this one has an audio commentary, radio spots, and theatrical trailer. I don't know much about it. Let's see here. From Joel Schumacher, of all people. The outstanding director of St. Elmo's Fire. Yep, that's what I always think of him for.
Yep.
And The Client. Comes this action-packed comedy about the misadventures of a group of streetwise cabbies. Washington, D.C. becomes the District of Comedy. Woo! Wacky.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see this one. So, Dave, did you have this one?
I do not have that one yet.
Do you want me to add this to your list of the other one of the other?
Oh, you have it on DVD, don't you?
Yes, this is conversion.
Okay, yeah. Add that one to the pile.
All right, I'll put this to the side. That will remind me to pull it for you, Dave. All right. So I will. Matter of fact, speaking of Dave. Boop.
Okay, so I have two that I'm putting together, partially because I thought I'd gone on about all the oldies pickups, but I was dead wrong.
Uh-oh.
So these are two more that I got from oldies, and they're independent, as far as I know. And this is a sequel to 80s Scarecrow movie called Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, except this is called Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2.
Sounds like a sequel title.
J.D. Feigelsen's Dark Knight of the Scarecrow 2. Haven't seen it yet. Still in its shrink wrap. Looking forward to checking it out to see whether it's a boring film or not.
So what's the first one about? Have you seen
a scarecrow going around killing people?
Okay.
I know it was definitely a supernatural event.
Okay.
So, but I remembered liking the Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
You know one that I haven't heard of for a while? An odd character. You hear about the DC Scarecrow a lot.
Yeah.
You know who you don't hear about a ton? The Marvel copycat version of the Scarecrow.
Okay.
Which one?
He's called the Scarecrow. He literally is the Scarecrow. Yeah, he is. I think I still have the comic somewhere. It's a team-up comic, and the Scarecrow is one of the major villains. And he has this way of these pheromones that release fear and make people afraid, which is why I say he's definitely a copycat of some sort.
Yeah.
And
so
well,
a doctor.
the other film I decided to pick out of the trash heap of oldies, whatever they had for sale, was a Mark Polonia movie, and you know how fast he can turn around a trash bin movie. I don't know whether this is trash or not, but it looks like it's got several laurels on it. But he decided this isn't his first cash in on the cocaine monstrosity of titles after that after Cocaine Bear came out. This one's Cocaine Werewolf. And if I remember correctly, David Sterling was a producer behind this. If I remember correctly, but I could be wrong.
Because Cocaine Shark is horrible.
I haven't checked out Cocaine Shark, but those are the two that there might be more. I don't know yet because I've got.
Well, if we can hit them one at a time. If we can, that way we're moving pretty quickly.
Yep.
Besides, we might have commentary about stuff like Night of the Scarecrow too.
Right.
I mean, I know that was one of Jake's favorite films.
Oh yeah, you know it.
He said that he liked it better than anything Bergman ever did.
Yeah. And Dave, I was going to tell you, Dave, I can't believe you didn't pick that for I can't believe you haven't seen that.
Yeah.
So speaking of, we are this month on Inside Movies Galore discussing movies that we can't believe that the others have not yet seen.
I can't
Or-
believe it's not a movie.
or that others can't believe we've seen. And I have to say, for the most part, this is the kind of month I like to see. A Troll in Central Park was an odd one out. I didn't have it. I didn't have it on my radar. I grew up on Don Bluth movies, and I will happily pick up a multi-film set if they were to package it with the other ones I haven't seen, like Thumbelina or Rockadoodle, and maybe throw in like Secret of Nim or something like that. I would probably get that multi-pack. But it's not a movie I plan to seek out on its own. But the rest of the month, we hit American History X, which I had just converted from DVD to Blu-ray and needed to watch my copy. When they finally released Malcolm X in the Criterion Collection, I jumped on that, and I'd been waiting for a while to watch that. And we're going to end the month with this movie, a Cameron Crowe film that I had in my DVD collection, and I needed an excuse to upgrade. Well, I didn't need an excuse to upgrade it. It was, but this gave me an excuse to prioritize an upgrade. So I now have on Blu-ray the Tom Cruise starring Jerry Maguire.
Very
which,
cool.
Also features Renee Zellweger, Jonathan Lipnicki, Kelly Preston, Bonnie Hunt, Jay Moore, Cuba Gooding Jr. Sports dramedy that's also a romantic comedy. It's a film that was everywhere for the 2 or 3 years after it came out. And I genuinely agree that, Dave, I can't believe you haven't seen this. So as of next week, you will.
Well, I remember it being on during the airplane flight to Australia while Hope Floats was going around.
Okay.
And I saw Hope Floats twice. Once going there and once going back. But Jerry Maguire, I think I was asleep through. So
now, granted, oddly enough, I have never seen Hope Floats, even though I own the soundtrack on CD. But this one, it does have some good bonus features. So this actually is a really good upgrade all around. And I'm glad I finally had the need to pull the trigger on that. Unfortunately, I didn't get as good a deal as I would have liked, and I had to get it off of Amazon. Ugh. But there it is.
Man, Dave. So instead of you watching Jerry Maguire watched you.
Yes.
All right. So this is one that is the second season of a show that actually I think is geared toward Dave. I think Dave would like it because it's not only horror, but it's got some weird sexuality shit going on in it. And that is a anime series called Dandadan.
Oh, I want to see it.
I've heard it is a wild series. It really is.
Now, is that an upgrade?
This is not an upgrade. I never had season 2. This just came out. So
okay.
But I do think that if you have a chance and you find it cheap, you should definitely get a hold of it, Dave. So Dandadan, let me see, how many episodes is this? Because it's a single and it's by, this is probably 12. Knowing that, I can't tell here. But essentially, you've got these this nerdy guy who's all into aliens.
Mm-hmm.
You got this pretty cool girl. She's one of the cool girls in high school, and she's secretly into supernatural shit. So, and both of them kind of confront each other about it, and they both believe, like, he doesn't believe in supernatural stuff, and she doesn't believe in alien stuff. So they both dare each other to go someplace. Like, he's supposed to go to this haunted tunnel, and she's supposed to go to this haunted building, or this building that supposedly had alien activity. And they both realize, shit, they're both real. And one of them runs away with the boy's junk. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of talk of that, of of trying to get guys' balls back and stuff like that. It is kind of weird,
Hmm.
but it's a cute. There's a cute part of it that has a kind of a love story angle between the two, as well as they kind of move into that kind of awkward relationship type thing. And it is a very fun series. I've already seen season 2, but I didn't have it on physical. So now it's finally released. I'm glad about it. I've been enjoying this. It's one of those popular anime that I have to say, yes, I can stand by it. It is good. I'm glad to have it in my collection.
All right.
And none of y'all have watched it, I'm sure.
No, but I've been meaning to.
Let's see. Oh, we're back to Dave.
Okay. So this is an independent film that has 2 directors to it, but it is kind of infamous because the writer of the screenplay for this is actually a serial killer that is on death row for several different accounts of murder. And from the documentary stuff that I've seen on the serial killer himself, this pretty much is the blueprint for several of his murders, if not one. And now, one of the directors behind this is Donald Farmer, which you might have heard of him.
No relation.
He's got some earlier short film collections, and he's got a heck of a lot of films out there. In fact, he's more well known for, I think, doing a remake of I Spit on Your Grave. And he's I think he did Debbie Does Demons recently.
Actually, you know what's funny is that I could very well be related to him. I don't know. We both have the same last name, though. So
Pretty common name, though.
yeah. Though not as common as you would think.
But this one is called Deadly Run. So I saw something about the serial killer on like one of those biopic things, and I remembered the title. Been meaning to spring on it for a while because the murder blueprint aspect of it kind of makes me curious. So, so I guess I have it, and I'll eventually watch it.
All right. Back to Jake.
All right. So I have a truly amusing, ironic presentation here. Real quick, someone came to visit. Say hi, Spirit.
Oh, you got your cat. He's a pickup.
But
I've got
Spirit.
mine come and go.
That's a little bit ironic because my next presentation has the spurious claim that there are no cats in America.
But they aren't.
So I just mentioned that we just covered a Don Bluth film. And I had not realized that it was a Don Bluth film when I chose a movie that we will be doing soon on Movies Galore. It's one that I've been meaning for a long time to get on Blu-ray. And I'm frankly shocked that I did apparently not even have it on DVD. I think I can explain that, but I actually think I have it on VHS. I'd have to check. But that is the Don Bluth classic, An American Tale. The film from the 80s. We got Dom DeLuise as Tiger, that very big cat who clearly is there in America along with everyone else. But he's the good cat. All the other cats are not so much. The movie features also the voice talent of Madeline Kahn and a number of other people. It had Somewhere Out There, which was one of the great songs of the 80s movie scene. I think the reason I never really got this one was I always wanted to get the 2-pack with American Tail, Fievel Goes West. I've actually never seen the sequel, and it's not actually directed by Don Bluth, but it is notable as one of the final film credits for James Stewart. So that's kind of interesting there. I was going to say that, yeah, but I don't know if there is a Blu-ray 2-pack. If there is, I can't seem to find it. There's a DVD 2-pack.
And a 4-pack of all of the 5 films if you really want them all.
So I was looking for a Blu-ray 2-pack. I finally gave up and said, the hell with it. I'm just going to go ahead and get them individually. Maybe one day down the road, I'll find a Blu-ray 2-pack. Or again, a multi-film collection with several Don Bluth films. Maybe they'll include Fievel Goes West as a bonus on that collection. You know, they don't need to do all the Land Before Time sequels. Most of them sucked. But I need to upgrade Land Before Time. I still have that one on DVD. And I don't know if I have Secret of Nim. I need to look into that. But yeah, now I've got these ready to go and hopefully be watched soon.
Let's see here. And yeah, I mean, I have the problem with what I've got on. I just don't want to upgrade because I lose certain things. Secret of Nim, I would lose Secret of Nim 2, which is actually not really much of a loss. And I would have to end up expanding the size because I do have that 2-pack on DVD of that Tales. I'm trying to think of what I had for Land Before Time, if that was included in the set. Let's see here. Yes, it is included in the set that has all 14 of the films on it.
Yeah, I think Mom has that set. It's like I've seen 4 or 5 of them, I think, and the first one is a classic. Most of the others,
I really need to upgrade some of these and just get rid of some of these horrible sequels. But as you said, I have seen Fievel Goes West. I saw it back when it was originally out, and it was pretty decent.
I feel like that one's decently well regarded. Yeah.
Let's see, American Tail, and then it's Fievel Goes West. Yeah, 91. But I saw it just as I was starting to age out of that sort of thing. I saw it at 11, and I was like, you know what? This is still pretty cool. But I was too old for the others. But it's my turn, isn't it? So this one I saw. Okay, Arrow did a sale. This is why I have so many things. Is everybody did a sale at the same time.
I missed the Arrow sale. I wish I'd known about it. But then again, maybe I don't.
It's around my birthday when all these sales happen. And that's usually one of my weak times because I'm usually extremely depressed around my birthday. And then I'm weaker to the urge to just buy stuff. So Amazon does their Prime Day stuff. Criterion does their sale at Barnes & Noble. Arrow does a sale. Kino does a sale. Everybody does a sale. And so I went ahead and I upgraded another one. And this is one I've had a pretty cool slipcover DVD, but I've been meaning to upgrade it, and I really like the cover of this one. I wish I could get the slipcover of this because it is pretty cool looking, and that is the movie Dark City.
Okay.
Now this is a really cool sci-fi movie, and I'm really glad to get this upgrade because it is a really awesome film. It says John Murdoch wakes in a hotel bathtub with no memory of who he is or how he got there. But there's a body on the floor with bloody spirals carved into the flesh and a voice on the phone that tells him to flee. Soon Murdoch is on the run, wanted by the police, a woman who claims to be his wife, and a group of mysterious pale men who seemed to control everyone and everything in the city except him. Now, this is a really good sci-fi, kind of sci-fi noir film. I'm not a big noir fan, but this one really was good. I liked it better than Blade Runner. And I'm glad to see that Arrow gave it its due. It's like Criterion. You can see where they got this big old block of special features, which is really awesome. And of course, if y'all see me vanish, it's because the fuse kind of like went out on my HVAC system, and I tried another fuse, and that one blew out. So I'm kind of going back and forth, just seeing if it's actually working. I think it's because I might have kept an old fuse that had already blown and plugged that in, and it worked for a moment, and then again. So I go into the store real quick to do it. But if you see me vanish, it's because I'm kind of checking, because I've got so many loud things in that room that I have to be nearly right next to it to know if it's running. So if you don't see me, it's not that I'm there. I'm just running right next door to check on it. But any case, and Dave, this is an upgrade. I don't know if you have this film on DVD or Blu-ray.
I do have it on DVD.
It's a worthy one to have. So have you seen Dark City, Dave?
Yes, I have. It's Watchmen before it was Watchmen.
Now tell me, which one did you like better, Blade Runner or Dark City?
I like them both for different reasons.
But they're very similar. I always found Blade Runner.
Blade Runner is more drier.
That's the issue I have with Blade Runner, is it's a lot drier.
But in any case,
all right, I will push it over there, and I'm going to check on that thing.
All right, so I have another two for one to show you, because they kind of go with each other. These are original. Well, I got in on the Indiegogo campaign for the second anthology to this started franchise, and I went back on eBay and picked up the first one, realizing I didn't have the first one. And they're initially put out by Sub Rosa Cinema. So I've got Amityverse, and then Amityverse Infinity was the one that I got got in on. Now, I know some directors that put some short films into some of them. Now, I have watched the first one. I have not seen the second one yet, so I plan on watching that eventually soon.
Yeah.
And supposedly there's a third one that's supposedly gonna be coming out, or eventually. I don't think they've put the Indiegogo campaign up for that yet.
The first and only time I was actually paid to direct a film, and I actually got to pay the actor in that film, which is above me.
Which one? For which one did you?
It was Amityverse Infinity, so you'll be able to see that short in that one.
Okay.
It's the short event report. Now, my favorite one is not the one that we did, even though I think that we did an excellent job with that one. I actually think it's probably one of my best shorts to date, as far as quality is concerned. But, that's one I could see you collecting, Jake, just because you're acting in it. But also, Amityville the musical is hilarious and very well done at the same time.
Okay.
I feel like I should really, and of course, Kyle Rappaport is also featured in Infinity. He does a voice of a character in an animated feature that Paul Duck Tucker puts together, who is also known for Amityville Tornado. So, yeah, if you like that sort of thing.
All right.
Yep. And Evan Jacobs is the only one I remember who directed in the first film.
So my next one is to crib description Brandon just used. Is hilarious and very well put together. It's also a movie that we covered on the channel a while back. We did a a comic book themed month. And this was one that I wanted to upgrade at the time. And I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. It might have had to do with lack of either a deal on it or, hey, is that Livia?
It's a living.
Hey, Livia.
Just trying to get
But also to harken back to Brandon's last one, this is a movie I could absolutely 110% see Arrow going all in for a really awesome release. I'd like to see Criterion do it, but I could see this being an Arrow release. And that is the Warren Beatty directed and starring Dick Tracy,
good one.
which of course has a hell of a stacked cast. You've got Al Pacino in there. You've got Mandy Patinkin, Charlie Korsmo in one of his few film roles. There's Paul Sorvino's in there. And unfortunately, Madonna, although she actually is good in this particular role. And she also released an album, I'm Breathless, of character songs.
Yes.
And I have that CD. It's a really good CD. Phenomenal soundtrack to this movie. I believe music by Danny Elfman, but I think the songs were by Stephen Sondheim, if I'm remembering correctly. But it's really well done. A comic book brought to life. And I really don't know why this movie doesn't get more love. Unfortunately, this is a bare bones release. There are no bonus features on this thing.
Warren Beatty is blamed for that.
What's that?
Warren Beatty's probably blamed for that too. Because
yeah, I'm sure he is.
First off, he owns the rights to Dick Tracy, and he is refusing to let anybody make anything Dick Tracy. That is the sad thing.
That's stupid. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him release it too. Again, we need a collector's set for this movie. I'd like to see music videos on there. I'd like to see, all kinds of stuff. Might be fun to have commentary by some of the stars. I don't think I mentioned Dustin Hoffman's in there. This is a classic. This, I'm almost certain, was the first live action film I saw in theaters. So it's definitely a nostalgic value. It was way overdue for an upgrade to Blu-ray. I just really wish I could have upgraded it to a really nice edition,
I know I've got that film, but I don't even know what I've got on that box. Dick Tracy. The exact same one you have, except mine apparently has a slipcover. All right. The coveted slipcover. All right. So back to another sale. A sale that's halfway to Black Friday, done by Vinegar Syndrome. Now, this one actually, some of these I got as bare bones ones from that. I was surprised at the number I actually bought from this sale. This is one that I'm upgrading, and I actually really like the film, and I am very happy to see it's gotten an upgrade. And I want to say that Johnny Depp was in another take on this particular story. And that is Stephen King's The Dark Half. You got this one, Dave?
Yes, I do.
But you have this version.
I do not have that version.
Yeah, okay. So this is pretty cool. I actually really like this particular thing. One thing that Vinegar Syndrome does well, it's slipcovers. I mean, it looks like it's almost a book right here. It has a little booklet with it. So you've got the booklet that has a lot of information on it. And you've got this, and yet another slipcover, by the way. So slipcover within the slipcover. Then you've got the actual 4K feature. Which, let's see here. Thad Beaumont is tired of writing trashy pulp novels under the pseudonym George Stark. In order to make a living, yearning to focus solely on scribing the intellectually stimulating literature he enjoys, Thad decides to literally bury his alter ego in a figurative attempt to finally break free of lucrative lowbrow temptations. However, transforming into a flesh and blood double and going on a grisly murder spree straight out of one of his own novels. His pseudonym is back. Now, like I said, this one, they did a Johnny Depp film. I can't remember what the name of it was. Maybe you know, Jake. It was a Johnny Depp film. It was the same basic thing. Where
Secret Window?
Secret Window. Yes, that is the one.
Well, Secret Window was based on a different short story. It was based on Secret Window. I think
this was actually the original that was based off of that.
Yeah. Okay.
They were based
So
off of
maybe
the
it
same
was.
story. So
I know the story. Wasn't the story was Secret Window, Secret Garden? I think was the title.
It was
Yeah.
based on the short, and believe it or not, I believe that was part of the 4 Past Midnight anthology.
Which I actually did see Secret Window in the theaters. I've never seen this one.
it's a pretty good one. It's not as good as, I don't know why, but I always pair this one with Needful Things when I watch it. And both of them are really great films. But I need to pair this with Secret Window and just watch it to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's all I've got on this little pile. I have to grab more. But that's okay. There's plenty more to grab. And I'm sure by the time I get back around to me again, it will be so. So, there you go, Dave.
All right. So in this little window of opportunity that I have to show you, I'm going to show you 3 seasons and then 3 movies, but they all go together.
Okay.
So, first of all, you got the MGM season 1 of Flipper, and then apparently, MGM at least the catalog of MGM was taken up by Olive Films, and Olive Films put out season 2 and 3 of the original Flipper, and there were only 3 seasons of the original Flipper. So, and of course, the same kid who played in Flipper did 2 movies.
Wasn't that Elijah Wood?
Well, no, you're talking about the next one that I'm going to show you.
See, I am waiting for them.
The original.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, so this is like from the actual series. They made movies directly from it.
Yeah.
Well, they made from the original series 1 movie, and then later on, another movie that had totally different people was called Flipper's New Adventure.
Because there's the one with Paul Hogan.
And you're talking about this one.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen
this
that
one. It's got Paul Hogan and Elijah Wood, and that was a remake.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, but one of these days, Flipper is going to be in like the public domain, and somebody's going to make a horror movie where they incorporate the dolphin rape caves, which, by the way, is a real thing. They will actually take women and they will secret them away to rape caves where they rape them.
And one thing you got to notice is MGM held the series, Warner Brothers held these 2 movies, and then Universal held this one.
Okay.
Oh, it's not going to be any like box set.
Not really, no. I don't think that because they're all spaced apart like that. Now, I have seen various episodes of Flipper. I saw parts of the Flipper movie, but I still probably need to do a whole rewatch of the series and the movies and whatnot. So I'll eventually get to it. I'm not sure when, but I just figured I'd show them off to you guys and the rest of the world.
So, well, as Brandon said, eventually they'll be in the public domain, and
Yep.
Speaking of
the actual dolphin rape caves as they go.
Speaking of, did y'all see that the director of Pooh, Blood and Honey has got a Pinocchio movie coming out this summer?
Yes, I've already invested in it. I'm trying to basically, as Umbrella releases these storybook sets, because they're all going to be in a combined universe and they're going to make a movie with all of them together. Because there's one with Peter Pan and there's one with Bambi already out. So the Pinocchio one's the next one. And then they're planning on doing like a Dark Universe crossover of these twisted characters. Yeah, that's their plan.
So anyway, my next one, talking about kind of the opposite of what Dave was just talking about, where there was a series and then many years later there was a movie. Here's one where there was a movie and many years later there was a series. And the original movie, which starred Yul Brynner and I believe was scripted by Michael Crichton, if I'm remembering correctly, is been turned into a 4-season HBO series. I want to say HBO. I don't see HBO on the packaging here, but HBO is owned by Warner Brothers, and I do have the Warner's label here. So a show that I started collecting, and this is actually a downgrade visually because the sets I had were really cool looking, but it saves so much space, and I really didn't care enough. But a show that got a lot of positive press is 4 seasons, and that is the series Westworld. I had seasons 1 and 2. When HBO did their stupid tax write-off thing, I think they discontinued plans to do single season sets, but I think they eventually put 4 on the market because I've seen it. It just kind of dropped after they'd already done a complete collection, I think. I thought there wasn't going to be 4 individuals, which is why one of the reasons I planned on complete set. This is a much more compact, though, so I kind of needed it this way. But this show, you got a hell of a pedigree. You've got, I already mentioned that it's based on an acclaimed sci-fi film, but you've got one of the co-creators is Jonathan Nolan, Christopher's brother, along with Lisa Joy. J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Productions is part of the behind the scenes there. You got Evan Rachel Wood, Thandiwe Newton, Ed Harris, Jeffrey Wright, Tessa Thompson, James Marsden, Luke Hemsworth, Angela Sarafian, Anthony Hopkins, and Aaron Paul. You could do a lot worse for a cast. I have actually not seen a single episode of this, but I've heard great things. I look forward to watching it. And I've had several times where I had the chance to get this on sale. I finally went for it on Prime Day. And for some reason, they spent much like 3 weeks before they sent it to me. And like, I think Dick Tracy and then American Tail movies, those 3, I think I ordered them and got them the next day and then got this like a day later. and this was like 3 weeks after I ordered this one. So go figure. But
you never know.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Actually, I've watched it. You know what's weird is I haven't watched a single episode of that. I've been tempted by it whenever it's on a Prime Day sale. But
I think you showed me the movie, didn't you?
I don't remember, but I have seen the movie, and I have it as a flipper, and I want to upgrade it. But the upgrade is so expensive. It's like $40. I'm not paying $40 to upgrade to 4K. So it's going to be a bit. Well, since everybody's showing off multiples, I'll show off multiples too. But this has another reason for a multiple. One of them I'm kind of disappointed because it didn't say that it was a Region B when I got it, but it brought something back into print that I really wanted, so I'm willing to overlook it. And that is the Dawn of the Dead one. This is the European version of this set, which is a coveted set. If you can get the Region A set, it's an extremely coveted set because this actually has a lot of cool stuff on it. It's got the theatrical cut, it's got the extended cut, and it's got the Argento cut on it, plus a ton of special features. Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, is one of the quintessential Tarantino films. And for those of you who aren't familiar, it's the one in the mall. And actually, Zack Snyder, I'm not as big a fan of Zack Snyder as a lot of fanboys out there, but I will say that Zack Snyder put together a very competent remake of Dawn of the Dead, which I need to upgrade that one as well. This is actually an upgrade from DVD, so it's not a big deal for me on that. I would ask Dave, but I am 100% certain that he has Dawn of the freaking Dead. If you don't,
Oh yeah, I've got the ultimate collector set of the Dawn of the Dead, which has all that all that bullshit in one set. So
Heck, I might even have that, but on DVD, sadly.
one that I actually upgraded from Blu-ray to 4K, and I was just because they put it on sale immediately after, is a similar set for Day of the Dead.
Hmm.
But I still have
that's also a coveted set now.
So, which is weird because it just came out.
Yeah, well, you don't realize how quickly shit sells out. So,
But this one was one I was like, you know what, heck with it. It's just coming out. People are looking at it there. I'll go ahead and grab it. And this is one, of course, when the zombies have already taken over and humanity is barely surviving. And I like this film. It was one of, I think it's one of Savini's early works. And it is a really well done film in a lot of aspects. I think people sleep on this film a lot. I do have the Scream Factory version of this, so it's not a huge upgrade, but it is a little bit of an upgrade.
I love the part in that movie where all the arms are coming out at the like one of the main chicks in there. It's fucking great.
So that's what I got there. So it's some pretty cool Romero stuff. And then, of course, if you're looking at the original film, the original Night of the Living Dead, I have that on Criterion. So, hey, I got some pretty cool versions of the of those movies.
Right.
Boom.
All right. So, my birthday came around this year, and oftentimes I'll buy presents for myself too, as one should be able to. And I decided this spring for upgrades on the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogy. So I didn't get the 4K, even though my PS5 can handle it. But I sprung for the remastered extended editions on Blu-ray of all 6 films. So I've got the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy. Now
Okay.
I know I've got them somewhere in like I know I've got the extended straight box sets of the Hobbit, but my Lord of the Rings trilogy, my extended versions, are on those DVDs. Ones, and those take up a lot of space.
But they are so cool looking.
They are so cool, which is why I'll probably keep them. But like I swear, right now I've got a small collection of Lord of the Rings editions because I've got the original trilogy set from the theatrical versions with its slipcover box still around it. But I'm glad that I upgraded these 40 bones a piece. That's not too bad. So $80 at the end of the day. Glad to have them. And I just not too long ago we watched the whole set again. So
that's cool. I don't have that kind of time. To watch any. I actually, because what's weird is I have the extended cut Hobbit set, and I thought maybe that would improve those movies, but I have never sat down to watch them. I have not watched any of the Hobbit movies since I proposed to my wife, which was when I saw the third Hobbit movie in theaters.
actually never even seen the second two. I saw the first one with you guys.
Yeah,
And
we
that
saw
started
Climax,
my-
which was a ripoff.
Yeah, that started my. Oh man, I have thoughts on that. I've been holding off on those in part because I want to get a collection for both sets. I like to get a collection that has the extended and the theatrical cut, and they don't ever seem to do that. They seem to always do one or the other. You know, it's very annoying. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I
And now
do
Jay, this is Lord of the Rings complete series.
So my next ones, well, these would be 2 for $40. They're actually 40, but they're half off in July, so they're 2 for $40. So I did promise with last week's video that I had additional Criterion coming. Now the first one is one that when it was announced, I was very excited, and I know Brandon was even more excited than I was. I swear I have this movie, but I can't figure out where. So maybe I imagined it. Maybe this is a pickup. I thought it was a conversion, but maybe it's a pickup. But that is one of the movies that put Tim Burton on the map as a director. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. The Paul Rubens starring adventure. You've also got Elizabeth Daly in there, Judd Omen. Really, Pee Wee Herman is the star of this movie. I don't know most of the supporting cast, but this is a very nice addition. There's a lot of bonus features on that, and very interesting. But Brandon, you were just talking about not having enough time for the Lord of the Rings. One of the issues with Criterion is I really would like to watch the bonus features because that's half the point. There's just no time. But at the very least, I'd like to give this a revisit soon. This could have been a contender for Awesome 80s, but you know, it's still it's a fun movie. What's that?
Could have been a contender.
We did cover this, didn't we? Somewhere back a couple of years back.
We have. I mean, I actually have the list sitting here because I was using it to set up the thing. Let's see here. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Big Adventure.
No.
Okay.
No,
We have not.
It is.
Pee-wee.
It is slightly disappointing that they didn't include Big Top Pee-wee on this as a bonus feature. That would have been cool. But
Yeah, Big Top Pee-wee so far is only available on DVD. And Pee-wee's Holiday is not available at all, except for on Netflix and the Stinky Tuna version that is no longer in print because it was illegal. But that's all right. I got it anyway.
Okay.
All right. So, you know, sometimes I see something that really sticks out to me and I'm like, I've got to have this. And this was one of those. Because I've always seen the first film, but I could never get all three together. The second and third film are usually very hard to find. And they decided to put all three of these films there. And I love the sword and sorcery genre. If Mo was still kind of with us, you're with us in soul, Mo. You're with us in soul. We would definitely be talking about it. And this is the Death Stalker trilogy.
Oh,
I have not seen any of the Deathstalker movies other than pieces of them.
who put that out?
Shop Factory. And it's on a steelbook. And if you look, this has special features on it like a freaking Arrow release.
Yeah.
They are classic sword and sorcery films. I know that they've released... Pardon, that's my dryer going off. What's weird is that these particular films, I don't know if the second and third one really got a DVD release. Do you know, Dave? You probably have them.
Well, I know that Deathstalker 1 and 2 were forever sold together by Shout Factory. But the third one never saw a DVD release. It only had a VHS.
Yeah. The third one is the one that's the out of print one. And so yeah, so now you can get all three of them in one place,
Cool.
which is not bad.
And I love the first one because it is so wildly barbaric, you know.
I mean, I like a good sword and sorcery.
The
I felt
second
like
one is a little bit more clean cut. They're not as savage in it, but
and this
it's
is a
still
4K one. It's also got the Blu-ray, but it is 4K, which is awesome. And I'm a big Conan the Barbarian fan, so I like good sword and sorcery films. And
I
sword
love
and
them too.
sorcery is definitely different than fantasy.
Mhm.
It is fantasy, but it's dark fantasy, and it's just cool to see them. So if you haven't checked it out, you should. I saw that and I was like, oh my god, I got to make sure I have this. This is
Mhm.
too much.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got the entire series of something I've been wanting for a very, very long time, and I had to spring for it because I've never seen them. Number one, for a good a price as that. No, no. I mean, I've only ever seen this series for like 300 bones and higher.
Wow.
And it's only on DVD. So this is The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones, Volume 1, The Early Years.
Nice.
Volume 2, The War Years.
Cool.
And Volume 3, this is The Years of Change.
Nice.
I liked that show when I was growing. I liked that show. I saw it a
I
couple
enjoyed it
And-
too. Yeah.
This was the price, $100.
It's not
Not
too
bad.
bad for all of it.
And it was on Facebook Marketplace of all places. I could buy it now, and I was like, okay, I'm buying this now.
I'm hoping that they're going to do a full set of that like they did with Young Sherlock Holmes. Which
I'd like to see like a full Indiana Jones, like all 5 movies and the show.
yeah,
cool.
well,
You're not going to see that.
You never know.
you never know.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have had a rule since I started doing the Criterion sale. I have had a rule that initially started as I'm going to get a Charles Chaplin film each sale. Took a couple of years, but I ran out of those. And then I was like, okay, Buster Keaton or, oh, hey, Ozzy. I was going to say Buster Keaton or Harold Lloyd. It did not take long to run out of those. For some reason, they only have like one Buster Keaton film in the whole collection. And then I was like, okay, silent film era films. But that's a lot of homework. And there's only a few, really. So I kind of expanded it and said, okay, old films.
Mhm.
So last week I presented Bringing Up Baby, and I guess technically that checked the box, but I wanted to double and triple check. So I went ahead and converted a couple of more movies, and this is the oldest one. And it's actually one that I had on DVD, but I've actually never seen this movie. I got an opportunity to buy a bunch of related films, part of the Warner Brothers Gangster collection. Like I got one box, but there were several loose films. And we covered Angels with Dirty Faces on the channel already. This is a different one that Criterion recently released. And that is a James Cagney film from 1939. It's called The Roaring Twenties.
Bum,
So a
bum.
gangster film. What's up?
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. So I got a gangster film starring James Cagney, Priscilla Lane, Humphrey Bogart, Gladys George, and other folks, directed by Raoul Walsh. Not a lot of bonus features. Every now and then I feel like Criterion kind of drops the ball on the bonus features. They could have done more with such an old movie.
Yeah.
But still, it's still a very nice addition, and there are some good bonus features here. And I do need to see this. Like I said, it's an upgrade, but it's an upgrade of one I had not watched. But I look forward to eventually seeing it. I know it's considered one of the essential gangster films of the era, and it's probably one of the ones that put James Cagney in that role in the public consciousness. And it'll be interesting to see Humphrey Bogart playing second fiddle to him. But I do look forward to this eventually.
Well, this one is definitely a space saver, and it's an upgrade.
Oh.
And Dave, if you don't have this film, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't have it, cats are doing some weird shit. All right. Any case, if you haven't got this film, you should definitely have it because it's one of those. I can't believe you haven't seen that films, and that is an Oliver Stone film called The Doors.
Oh, yeah. I need to upgrade my copy.
Really, cats? They're trying to open the cabinet. Any case, this is one of those that the DVD one is like that thick. It's like too thick.
There you go.
And, yeah, there you go.
It's a big set.
So it's a fat boy there. So I mean, this one's got a lot of special features on it. Not any more than that one does, but it's still, I mean, it's got good music in it. It's kind of the story of the Doors. This is one of my father's favorites at the time. He was super into the Doors. And I did not like Jim Morrison. I still don't really like Jim Morrison. As a person, I consider him a vile human being. But the music was pretty interesting, and I was able to step back a bit and separate my dislike for the man to this. And it's kind of good to have a thinner, because this is actually better quality sound and visuals, and better for the collection. Dave, I'm sure you have the Doors, right? You have the Doors.
I do not.
Do you want me to add the?
Yes, I do.
All right.
And I have never seen it.
Oh yeah, you should see it. It's one of those. I can't believe you haven't seen it type film.
Once upon a time, there was an Oliver Stone set that had almost all his movies. I don't think it's still in print, but I still want that thing if I can find it. It'd be a good space saver.
Talk about a good Criterion set idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember taking you to audition for an Oliver Stone film.
Yes. Which I don't know. I think it got released eventually, but I didn't make the audition. Go ahead, Dave.
All right. So, these two I'm going to do together. But how many of you can say that you've upgraded your bootlegs?
Well,
I don't have a lot of bootlegs, but
if I have a bootleg and they do an actual release of it, I will almost automatically upgrade right away, because I prefer to have the filmmakers and so on benefit from it if I can.
Well, I had some pretty crappy looking bootlegs of these two series. And there's a guy that's in a group that I know who goes and takes some of the things and gives them a really nice Blu-ray release, where he prints them out, and they're printed discs and everything. So they are professionally done. So they look exactly like a store-bought. And I got Goosebumps, the complete 1995-98. And these are not sticker labels. These are actually printed like as if they were in a factory.
Very nice.
And I mean, to have the entire series on 2 discs, and that is awesome. And I mean, that is That is amazing.
Hmm.
He did the artwork and everything thing for that. And I also there's an anthology series called Werewolf that was on in the '70s that I had a pretty crappy DVD copy of, which he also outfitted kind of similarly the same way. And this one has 3 discs, but again, it's nothing that you've ever seen on a badly done Blu-ray bootleg. So
Oh, very nice.
and this one actually has a reversible cover for it.
Okay.
So I thought that was I mean, the price was a little pricey for my tastes, but I was only getting the 2 at the time, and you gotta trust that he will come through on it. He's a 1-man show, so
Hey, that's the tuna level right there, which is pretty good.
oh yeah, I'm happy with the end product. I still have to watch them, but I'm happy with them.
So far as bootleg makers are concerned, Stinky Tuna will always be my top tier because they did do an amazing job with it. The problem is they got shut down because they did such a good job. They got noticed by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing. You don't want to do that if you're a bootlegger. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that well noticed.
You don't want to be that guy that everyone narcs on.
Right.
All right. I think it should.
All right. So I mentioned that I was aiming for classic films. This next one is actually not as old as the Roaring Twenties. In fact, I think it's closer in age to Bringing Up Baby. It's a 1946 film, but this is one that I believe was a Warner Archives release or something like that. And I had a bare bones DVD that I picked up at Walmart for like $3. So this is an upgrade in every way. And that is the John Ford film starring Henry Fonda from 1946 called My Darling Clementine. It's an old Western. Is you could probably tell from the cover. And everything I just said. But it is essentially Fonda plays Wyatt Earp and Victor Mature plays Doc Holliday. And it's basically about the shootout at the OK Corral. Essentially, that story. It's not a long movie. It's just over an hour and a half. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. And Spirit is demanding to come back in. But this has a lot of bonus features. And as I was waiting for my turn and looking over these bonus features, I realized I accidentally checked that box of the silent film era because one of the bonus features is Bandit's Wager, a 1916 silent Western short co-starring John Ford and directed by his brother Francis. So that's kind of cool.
Francis the Talking Mule.
What's up?
Francis the Talking Mule.
Yeah. Anyway, good film, worth a watch, and an accidental pickup of an actual silent film. So very cool.
Well, since Dave was talking about bootlegs, I'll show off one that we showed off on his channel because I made these. Now, I have been trying to reclaim some of my childhood a little bit at a time, and some of the stuff is not available. Now, these actually do have American releases available, but they're out of print, and they're not super expensive overall, but they're also really bad, like dollar store bad quality. So I put some higher quality versions of the 3 films that I actually cared about when I was a kid, because I couldn't care less about the other ones. And that is one that starts with Dot and the Kangaroo. These are Australian cartoon shows that came out in the 80s. Now they mix live action with animation, and of course Dot is this little girl who gets lost in the bush, so to speak, and learns how to talk with the animals and do all of that. Which of course you can see Kanaki does a great bootleg if you have them. But this is the first film that they did. I only saw this one once when I was growing up. So this one is not the one that's important, though. This one is one of the last two are the ones that to me are important. So Dot and Keto, I had this recorded on a VCR, and I watched this over and over. Ozzy, no. Okay.
Come on, buddy.
So I've watched this over and over again when I was a kid, and essentially, Dot sees her brother picking on some ants, and so she's like, "I want to apologize to the ants." So she takes this magic root that she was told to chew on to speak to the animals in the previous episode, but she chews on the wrong one. She gets shrunk down, and has to deal with the bugs as they are. Unfortunately, Dot is in Australia, so you got to wonder how dangerous those ants are in general. As it is. But so, of course, she's with Keto, who is a male mosquito, which is when I first realized as a child, because I was a young child when this came out, that of course male mosquitoes do not suck blood. And it was rather cool. I think it was a great thing of that. And then, of course, the last one, which out of the three, I would think this is the one that Jacob would have liked the most, is Dot and the Whale, which I also watched a lot and I had on a VHS that that got taped off of, I think, HBO or something. Where Dot teams up with the dolphin. I guess that's hooks up with Flipper, right? And finds out that there's this beached whale. And the beached whale, you find out, was hunted by whalers who kill their family. So she was just like, well, I'm giving up. I'm just going to kill myself. Kind of dark for a child's cartoon. And Dot does her best to motivate the whale to go back to the sea and get rehabilitated in this aquarium so that she can get healed and then go back in. And of course, these other kids help try to raise awareness for the whales. And of course, Save the Whales was a big thing in the 80s. And this was definitely a chief one for that. But this one actually, as far as animation quality, this is probably one of the best ones out of the three. So I used basically VHS covers for this, which is kind of cool in itself. So it's kind of cool putting these together as they are. These remnants from my childhood, so to speak. And there's Kim and Ozzy. They're greeting her.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, so
Hey.
That's my one there. Really?
what is it, baby?
Why are you yelling, Ozzy?
I see a couple. I see an Aussie.
Anderson was down here. They all were looking out the window. That's how I knew Kim was coming back.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
Hi, baby.
So they were all down here looking for him.
Creamsicle drinks.
Hmm.
Did you have a good day?
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
So it took me a while to find the link for this documentary. And when I finally did, it took a while for the film to show up too. So, but I decided to spring for Zero Budget Heroes,
Okay.
which
Seaver.
is the legend of Chris Seaver and Low Budget Pictures. It's a documentary by Zach Alibers, and as you can see, it's still in a shrink wrap, but it came with a poster. which I guess it's a double-sided poster, which I didn't know. But it's got that on one side, and I guess it might be the same on the other.
I recently did a crash course in Seaver. I mean, Mo was always trying to get us to watch Seaver stuff. But of course, Schlockaholics gone and Mo kind of gone. I never got the chance to do it. But I went ahead and watched that Dirty Dozen set, which I'm sure you have that, right?
Yes, I do.
And it's actually a really cool set. And I did watch all of that. So I got to see almost all of his main films, like Mulva and the Teen Ape stuff, which is kind of cool. And Mo still owes me that Teen Ape mask. He never sent it to me. But, Seaver is okay. You got to kind of like micro-budget stuff to like Seaver.
He's kind of a mixed bag. I know what I like, and I know what I dislike of his the stuff. And if I remember correctly, I liked Geek Wars. He also did one called Moist Fury. I kind of like that one. But I also like his Deathbone stuff as well.
Death Lantern was fun.
Is he the one that inflicted the Filthy McNasty movies on us?
Yes. And Dingleberries.
Oh, dear God. Anyway,
But I actually got to know him a little bit more than I would have because of Schlockaholics, because he and Mo became pretty decent friends, and so he would come on Schlockaholics all the time to just chat, and so I would see him a lot. He really hated a studio that Jake knows about. He really hated X Strike.
really?
And the reason why he hated X Strike was because of the Filthy McNasty movies. Apparently, there was something that happened between them in that, and that just made him majorly pissed off with them. Which is sad because I really like X Strike. They're a fun studio.
So anyway, my next one is entirely new to me. I know of it. I know it got tremendous praise when it came out. Tremendous buzz. And I was actually amazed that it didn't get more like Oscar buzz and whatnot. I'm also, this month on the channel, we covered, again, a Criterion release. We did Spike Lee's Malcolm X. And as I mentioned, it is one of only 4 Spike Lee joints in the entire Criterion collection, which is kind of freaking weird. And especially because of all these prestige films from Netflix that are getting Criterion releases. In 2020, Lee did 2 movies that, if I remember correctly, were both on Netflix. I'm pretty sure they both were. I know the one that I saw on Netflix was the one I would have expected Criterion to jump on, which was Defy Bloods. And I'm sorry, I keep having to let Spirit in and out. Spirit, go.
Oh,
He really wants my attention. But he doesn't want to stay in here. But anyway, so Defy Bloods got a lot of Oscar buzz for Delroy Lindo, but it didn't really transfer into. I think Terrence Blanchard got a nod for his music. My theory is that Criterion's afraid to touch it because it starred Jonathan Majors. That could be why we haven't seen Defy Bloods get a physical release. And it's a shame because even if the man is trash, he can act. And what's more important is this is a movie that a lot of people put together. They shouldn't sink it because of one person. But the other film that came out that year, which I gotta see this, and because it seems to me like an odd fit for Spike Lee, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'll watch it and go, okay, I get it now.
Mhm.
And that was a documentary he did, David Byrne's American Utopia, which is about a stage production by Dave Byrne of the Talking Heads. He went around doing this. I think it was sort of like more of a show than like a typical concert experience. That's my understanding of it. There's not a huge number of bonus features, but it looks like there's some pretty good ones. This is the initial and only physical release for this movie. Again, I can't swear this was Netflix. It might have been one of the other streaming platforms. Do either of y'all remember?
I didn't even know it was out there.
I don't know. But anyway, this just got a Criterion release this year. It's the fourth Spike Lee joint out there. I do continue to hope that they add more to that list. I had to get it, and I'm hoping I'll get to see it soon because I am very curious about it.
Well, I'm going back to the Arrow sale.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm back and forth between things is because of the alphabetical order.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of movies about the Arthurian tales.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, one stuck out a lot when I was in high school. That was the movie Excalibur, which finally got a really nifty release from Arrow.
Yeah. I did not like that movie.
A lot of people didn't, but to me, I think this is still one of my favorite Arthurian films. It's very dark. It's a very dark film, but I thought that it is I look at it as a classic. Which last time I did a pickup, I showed off Camelot, which is slightly different in tone to this. And it is kind of cool to see it. This is a really thick boy too. This is a really good one. I am glad it's getting its day. Let's see, Dave, you have Excalibur?
I have Excalibur on DVD, and I think a Blu-ray that I got from someone. I'm not sure who at the moment, but I know that it was a Blu-ray that didn't play on her player, but it might play on mine. So
this is a good one though. If I know that most people haven't seen it. If you like Arthurian tales, it's not bad. It's a little bit dry, it's a little bit dark, but it's actually not a bad one. And I'm kind of glad that Arrow finally got in and did a good release of it. There's a lot of those films that I'm glad that are finally getting some due, and that's one that needed. And it's Dave. Dave is after me. Dave is after me.
So I am not ashamed of buying bootlegs. So I went and picked up a copy of the complete series of What We Do in the Shadows, which has 6 seasons now. I know that there are individual seasons out on DVD and Blu-ray of the show, but there is not a complete out there of it officially. But Walmart was selling this on a third party thing, and when I put the UPC in with our movie app, it showed up as the complete series. So I'm cool with that. So evidently it's recognized as something. So, it has different people playing the roles, but and I watched a couple of episodes just to see what it was like, and it kind of goes similar to the movie with vampires living with each other, and it's just very different vampires. So, but in any case, glad I have it in the collection, and looking forward to checking out the rest of the series.
I need to see that show. I do like the movie.
Yeah.
I do.
The movie was good.
Yeah.
It's worth adding to the collection, and the show, everybody likes it. I think the show is ongoing, isn't it?
I don't know.
did they finish?
I think they've stopped now.
Okay.
I think 6 was it.
Okay. Are we ready to?
No.
Okay. And
No,
how many more are we doing, by the way?
As many as we want until we end it. I figure we can
Okay,
end it at 10. So
Okay, well, I'll have to get it. I'll have to get a couple more after this, but so you just played put down a movie in the Arthurian legend. I am still waiting for Criterion to grab a particular Arthurian legend that needs the Criterion treatment, or at the very least, Arrow should do this movie. But Criterion did have a film years ago in the age of Laserdisc, and they dropped it, which they don't do very often, but occasionally they do. Recently, they finally brought it back, and I was very excited because I have it on DVD and I wanted an upgrade. And that is Monty Python's Life of Brian. In all its holy glory, as they say there on the sticker.
For those watching last week's, not last week's, for those watching week after next's pickup video, you'll see my version of that.
So, this one, it was last week that I mentioned I had it on order.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something. I got it the day after we did the video, even though I was told to expect it a week after that. And then when I opened it up, Barnes & Noble has a stupid ass problem with their website. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Brandon, you probably have. You can shop the Criterion sale, but if you happen to try to look up a different format, it will randomly pull from anywhere in the Barnes & Noble offerings, even though this is a Blu-ray Criterion set. I couldn't find the Blu-ray listing. I found the 4K listing. I clicked on Blu-ray. I ordered Blu-ray off of that listing. And not only did they not send me the Criterion edition, which I should have seen as a red flag that it wasn't $20. It was like $17. But still, not only did they not send me the Criterion edition, they sent me a freaking European edition.
Dope.
I don't even know why Barnes & Noble had that in their warehouse. But luckily, I went to the store the next day, and they happened to have one copy on the shelf, and it was an easy, I paid $3 difference. So it was a simple exchange. But I still don't know why in the bloody hell I was sent a European release of it was the Immaculate Edition. It was a collector's edition, but it wasn't this one. But this is a very nice edition. It does have a lot of bonus features on it. Very, very nice edition. It is absolutely an upgrade from the DVD that I had. I'm still waiting for Criterion to get the other Monty Python films. At the very least, they need to have Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And Monty Python's Meaning of Life would be a good one for them to have too. But I was very happy to finally get an upgrade for this. And I was very happy the Criterion finally got it back after losing it for so long. So it's good times.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think the one I showed is the 4K. But if any of you want to see it, the reason why we have it, this is kind of a preview. I have actually set that one for the first Wednesday in August. That's because the Criterion sale will be over, and it's kind of like we picked up after that.
All
So if
right,
you want
right.
your Criterion pickup, that will be the first Wednesday of August, which
And
is
I may be done with Criterion for this sale, but I do get paid in 2 days, and there is one conversion that I've earmarked where if the sale is still going this weekend, I will convert that one movie.
well.
That
If
might have
anything,
to
you
be
can
it.
always put back for the Kubrick set.
Well, I'm definitely getting the Kubrick set in November. That's that. I'm not even hesitating on that. That and Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, I will be getting in November. But and I'm going to go dig up a couple while you go on to your next.
So let's talk about Joe Pesci. So
Okay.
Joe Pesci is well known for his mob roles, but he was actually very small time acting wise for a while. And Scorsese had even said that he headhunted him because he saw a film called called Death Collector that had Joe Pesci in it, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is the perfect mobster character." And of course, a beautiful friendship was born. Of course, it's also known by another film name, which is Family Enforcer. So this is actually really Joe Pesci's first exposure as a mobster on film.
Is that a Kino release?
This is not. This is actually a basic DVD release. I just wanted to get a copy of this film. This is actually an official release, but it's one I got off Amazon, and I'm glad that it's there. Kino should release this. It'll probably end up, and if they do release this, they're going to release it under the actual name of Death Collector, which is kind of funny as well. I don't know which one I like better. I think Death Collector because it sounds sillier. But I do want to see that because not many people have seen Joe Pesci's first actual mob role. And because it is the role that inspired Scorsese to cast him, that makes it worth it all the same. Freaking amazing. There you go, Dave.
Oh. Okay, so
Beware the wheel.
I realized I did not have the original Shutter, which is a Thai film that is about technically a photographer who I'm not sure if he forgets that he had a relationship with a girl, but he had a relationship with a girl that his girlfriend and him were coming back from a party with some friends, and she thinks that she ran over this young woman, and unwittingly, both of them begin to be haunted by this young lady, which it turns out him and his friends did something horrible to her at one point in time. And, well, there's more to it, but I'm not going to tell you everything. So, but I got that one, and then I upgraded my DVD to the unrated Blu-ray. So eventually, once I find my copy on DVD, that's going to head over to Tammy. But that being said, I now have Shutter and Shutter the remake.
Okay.
So, and we covered those on Delusions of Grandeur, and turns out there's many different versions too. We're going to be covering a Tamil version this next Sunday, and guess what? Philippe actually created subtitles for these versions because none of them actually had subtitles.
Hmm.
So we're going to see it with subtitles for the very first time.
Okay.
So, and I may eventually have Brandon put those versions on a collection so that I can watch them at will. So, but other than that, yeah, got those two now, and glad that I have them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Baba booey.
Okay. So next up, I'm going to do two movies, and but I'm not going to do them right at once. I'll do one at a time. But my next two movies are ones that I picked up really, really cheap. I picked them up mainly because I had the opportunity to pick them up really cheap. Honestly, they're placeholders that I hope I can eventually convert to Blu-ray. But also, they're both movies that could theoretically have been movies I could have put forward for, I can't believe you haven't seen that. But it would be very, very different sets of friends who would be saying that. And the first one is a movie that we all know, whether we've seen it or not. And that is the movie starring Samuel L. Jackson, Snakes on a Plane, which features a pretty good cast. You got Sam Jackson, you got Juliana Margulies in there, Bobby Cannavale, Todd Luiso, Kenan Thompson's in there, Elsa Pataki, David Ketchner. It's a David R. Ellis film. FBI agent Flynn is on a mission. Transport a federally protected witness from Hawaii to Los Angeles so the government can put a brutal mob boss behind bars. But just as the plane reaches 30,000 feet, hundreds of venomous snakes are unleashed, causing violent mayhem as the vicious predators attack everyone in sight. You know, your typical commercial flight. I've never seen this. It's one of those movies that I definitely like Hot Tub Time Machine or Hobo with a Shotgun. You probably get exactly what the title promises.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. I do want to see this. Like I said, it was worth picking up.
It's not a good film, but it's a so bad it's a good film.
Right.
Well, we talked about this one actually during our discussion of A Troll in Central Park, which is an upgrade, by the way. So, if you don't have this, let me know. Okay. Family Enforcer 2. No, just kidding. Which, Jake, I don't know if you got last time. But Joe Pesci's first mob film.
Right.
That actually got him scouted by Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is one that is kind of dear to my heart. It has Robin Williams as a voice actor in it. It has a good environmental message. And it's a good film overall. And that is the film Fern Gully.
I've
had a DVD of this for a long time, and I've wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray. I said, you know what? It was cheap. I'll go ahead and do it. So now I've got the Blu-ray DVD combo pack, which is nice. Do you have this one, Dave?
I did not have Fern Gully, but I did see Fern Gully in the theaters.
Now, would you want me to put this aside? Well, not this one, but the DVD aside for you.
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay.
Again, a fun performance. Fun. This is not the best movie in the world, but it has a good message. Has a very creepy villain, and is pretty good overall. I mean, it's essentially about this dude
does a great job.
Who's like kind of with these people who are destroying all the rainforests because, for kicks, and he gets kind of shrunk down by this fairy magic, and he hooks up with the fairies, especially a particularly good-looking fairy there, and finds out that cutting down the rainforest is wrong. And unfortunately, there is this evil, like Captain Planet style villain that is out to destroy the rainforest, and he's going to protect it. So it's a nice little set. It's actually wow. Actually, come to think of it, look at the special features. It's like that little middle section there. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
So yeah, that's it. And Ferngully is a solid film for that time. It's not the best, but it's actually a pretty solid film and one that holds up genuinely well.
Okay, these three I'm gonna do together because I bought them from the same person.
Yeah.
So, all in all, this cost me $50. All three of them together. So, that being said, Joel D. Wingcoop's Beast Mode.
Good film.
And I did like the bag that it came in, and I guess it comes with a poster, which I'm going to show off right now. It looks like it's just a one-sided poster, but still, it is a poster.
I did a review of Beast Mode on this particular channel.
So, haven't seen it yet. Will eventually watch it once I get a chance to.
It's a very comic booky style film, which is something that I know that he's wanted to create. So I think it goes very well. I think it would be good in his little superhero universe if he decided to do it. And I know it's the one that he wanted to make, and then COVID came and kind of screwed him over.
And it looks like he actually got it printed, so that's at least better than Phil Herman's Unearthed, because you could tell Phil Herman's Unearthed he did on his actual computer.
This film was his baby, though. Not
he was milking this. He was milking this.
This was his big thing.
And he was also told he could not edit it at all, or whatnot. And I know he was furious about that by someone. But
there was I don't know if you saw his little documentary called "When COVID Came to Town" that Joel Weinkoop did.
No,
it's an interesting one. I'm not really as happy with it as I could be, but it was kind of a cool little area that was kind of snapshot of the COVID thing because it shows the empty shelves and stuff like that. And it shows that he was trying to make Beast Mode, and well, COVID kind of screwed that over. So it's kind of cool to see it.
Okay. And then I also got Phil Herman's I Slay on Christmas through him.
Not a bad one.
Which I haven't checked it out yet. But I've been meaning to. And I also picked up the Owen Brothers.
I think I've also reviewed that one on this channel, but I'm not 100% sure. I have seen it.
Inside the Twisted Minds of Sam and James Owen revealed the Christmas special season 2 episode 7. So
they work very well together. Phil Herman and Joel Weinkoop work very well.
Oh, I agree. If I remember correctly, the one that they did right before this was the Blue Cheese Brothers.
Ah, yeah. Actually, wasn't the Blue Cheese Brothers wasn't that a Seaver?
Wait.
One.
You're right. There was another one that I think they did together though.
Yeah, I remember.
Trying to remember.
The Craigline incident had him and all of them.
You're right. But in any case, those are 3 that I'm glad that I finally have. I've been meaning to pick up the two, but then when he had beast mode going around for sale, I decided to hop on the bandwagon and get it. And although I didn't expect to pay as much as I did, but I want
to really support people like that, but I don't really have the money to do like I'd like to. I mean, if I was rich, this is one of the things. I think most people who are my friends would be very happy if I was rich because I I usually like to give stuff away, so I'd probably give a lot of money and things away to everybody. I'd probably buy like films that anybody and everybody is releasing that I know in the micro budget community. Unfortunately, I'm not rich, but yeah. There you go.
All right. So my next one in the I can't believe you haven't seen that. But again, the people who would say that about Snakes on a Plane would probably go, the hell is that about this movie? And the people that would say, why would you watch Snakes on a Plane? Would look at this and say, I can't believe you haven't seen The Wind That Shakes the Barley. It's a Ken Loach film starring Cillian Murphy. You've also got some other folks in there, Liam Cunningham, for example. It's about Irish freedom fighters. It's a highly acclaimed film. Very artsy, I'm sure. Probably not going to be terribly entertaining. But Murphy is a very gifted actor, and it's a very gifted director who tends to look at the human condition, you might say. And I'm glad I have this. It was dirt cheap. I couldn't pass it up. Don't know when I'll get to it, but it's there.
You know what's funny is I wouldn't say that about either of those films.
What's that?
I never even heard of the one that you actually showed. And Snakes on a Plane, I consider that almost a meme that was a flash in the pan that came and went.
Yeah.
It was a funny joke when it was out, but it's kind of disappeared from the lexicon as it's
a little bit.
So yeah, but you picked a good one for yours. So we finally got to do our Malcolm X American History X stuff.
Yes. Exactly.
Like I say, we're kind of continuing until we feel like giving up.
All right.
I've got at least 2 more that I want to throw out, but I've got plenty more. I'll leave it up to y'all for now because Kim's got to take her shower and all that stuff.
Yeah. I got one more I definitely want to do tonight, but we'll see.
Oh, let's do it. We'll do one. We'll do this round, and then we'll go back to me. And then if you want to do another round, just tell me.
Okay.
So this is a film that I've had on DVD for a while, and I really think it needed to be upgraded because it's a sci-fi film and it was fairly effects heavy, and it's known for actors Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, Ian Holm, and Mila Jovovich, and Chris Tucker. I think you should know which film we're talking about.
The Fifth
I have
Element.
no idea.
And yes, that is The Fifth Element.
Okay.
I've been meaning to upgrade this film forever because I've had a DVD for this for a while, and it is a good-looking film. It is a fun film. It's about this cabbie, played by Bruce Willis, who comes across this particular strange girl, played by Mila Jovovich, before she became Resident Evil famous. And a lot of weird stuff ensues. I really like this film. It's actually one of my favorite sci-fi films of the time. And if you haven't seen it, it's well worth checking out. Gary Oldman plays an excellent, I want to say villain character.
Now, what does it say on your DVD copy? Does it say the definitive edition?
On my actual DVD copy or this?
On your actual DVD copy? Because if it actually says the definitive, I might be interested in it.
I'll tell you what, Dave. While you guys are presenting, I'll go check it out. But this movie is an excellent one and well worth one's time. And I'll check that out while you present yours, Dave.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna present these together. I believe I went on about in a previous video, not the last video that Brandon and I did, but probably a previous video that I did, where I went on about the Dennis the Menace Christmas movie, which I think I have on a double feature with another movie. But I went and picked up Dennis the Menace and Dennis the Menace Strikes Again.
Okay.
And then I also picked up the first season, second season, third season, and fourth season of the black and white sitcom comedy of Dennis the Menace, which was way before the cartoon.
That's the one I grew up with. It had that little
Shout
tornado.
Factory
cartoon.
put those out on DVD, and I picked those up for $40.
Which, by the way, they've started to go out of print, so it's worth getting if you like those old Dennis the Menace ones.
Yep.
So the one I have is the Ultimate Edition, which is probably not the one you're looking for.
Yes, that is the one that I'm looking for.
Oh, because it's that one.
Because my copy does not say that on it, and
Put it up there so you can see it.
yep,
That's the one
I'm
you're
going to
looking-
want that one
Okay.
because that's technically the director's cut.
Gotcha. Yeah, 100. It says like over 120 minutes behind the scenes, features, and all that stuff. It's a pretty big. It's a double disc collection. So
I don't have that.
All right.
So
So, speaking of things going out of print, we are on the precipice of a really unfortunate moment in history for anime in America, where under the auspices of Sony, Crunchyroll has been systematically ruining American anime. They bought out Funimation and basically subsumed Funimation into them. Or rather, Sony did and then kind of combined it with Crunchyroll. I may be getting some of the chronology wrong. But Crunchyroll then bought out Right Stuff. And anime fans know Right Stuff was our fixer. That was the guy on the corner that we bought our stuff from. And Right Stuff was awesome. And Crunchyroll killed it. And it's been dying a slow, humiliating death as they've made their store worse and worse and worse. And next month, the store is going behind a paywall where you can't even buy from Crunchyroll unless you're subscribed to Crunchyroll, which is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. But along those lines, Crunchyroll has also been absolutely fucking with anime fans by letting key pieces of important shows go out of print.
Oh.
And there are things that I was waiting to get decent pricing on, and now I'm probably screwed. We covered Fruits Basket this February. They never released season 2 in one piece. They only released it in 2 parts, and volume 1 is out of print, and you're going to pay through the freaking nose to get it. You can get the rest of the series, but also the original series is out of print, but I lucked out on that one. I'm still hoping. And speaking of One Piece still ongoing. Knock on wood, they'll actually finish the show. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But volume 12, totally out of print. The only way you can get it is if you're willing to pay well over $100 on eBay. Or if you're just really freaking lucky. So it's a bit lit a fire under my ass to try to get the show. I may never get volume 12. I may have to give up on that, and it really pisses me off. There will be a gap in my collection. But I'm only missing a small number of the remaining volumes, so I'm working on them, and I've been presenting them on my last couple pickups. And here I have a few more. Volume 14 with my favorite character, Brooke, on the cover. Volume 16 featuring Bartholomew Kuma. Volume 19 featuring Whitebeard, which I was always amused by Whitebeard. He's got that impressive mustache, but no beard.
They took it from it.
Of course, Blackbeard has no facial hair at all, maybe a little stubble. And then volume 27 with Don Francisco do Flamingo on the cover. And so these two are roughly a third of what I was missing. So, I mean, these four. So I'm getting there. I have most of the DVD-only collections. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do when I get to the Blu-ray collections because Blu-ray is priority, and it's hard for me to find opportunities to watch stuff on Blu-ray. So I may slow to a crawl. I've been making good time on the show. I'm on this volume, and I just finished Sky PS, so getting there. But the first episode I ever saw was a Brooke episode, and he's been a sentimental favorite ever since then. So but it's good time. So and like I said, hopefully I'll have most of these. But that one freaking volume. And there is no explanation that I can think of other than they are doing it to screw with people that actually want physical copies. That's the only logical explanation, and it sucks.
Like I say, my hope is that the series will end at least at a time where they will go ahead and finish the physical run. That's all I care about. If they want to end the rest of everything Crunchyroll, well, that's just what they do. But I would like to at least be able to get the whole series because I hate to collect as much as I have, which is over 1,000 episodes, and not have the series end because of these assholes.
But it really looks like, and I put a lot on Crunchyroll there. But again, Crunchyroll's corporate overlords are Sony. And Sony has also announced that next year, PlayStation will no longer have physical releases. And it's like Sony is absolutely telling the entire community loud and clear, fuck you and your physical media. And it's very annoying.
That's why I worry about it. But One Piece is one of those few that I think they'll continue to do physical release as they come out just because it's still selling. But yeah, it does worry me that One Piece will end physical run long before it ends its actual run.
Kind of like they did with The Simpsons. They basically just gave up steam, ran out of steam.
That's of course when I will start getting bootlegs of the series to finish it off.
Yeah.
But well, let's see. Now, this one is one that I got because Jacob upgraded his copy when he went to GalaxyCon. And that is the complete Flash series on DVD. Not the WB one, but the one prior to that. I have never seen this series. Looks interesting. I have seen the WB series, but you know what? For something that I was able to get from him for free, it was fine. I will definitely. I was kind of curious and wanted it in my collection.
I grew up on that series. That was the series that I knew the Flash from. Which I do think that there was there was not. There was a Daredevil in one of the older Incredible Hulk 70s movies that came out with Bill Bixby.
And a Thor. There was a Thor in there too.
Yes, there was.
But it's one that I wanted to get eventually, and it was kind of cool. It's like, well, opportunity. Yes, go ahead. I will take that.
The nice thing is that the same guy who played the Flash in that played the father of the kid in the Flash, the series. Well, that you do know.
Which of course has a series that's like signed by that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, as Brandon said, I picked it up at GalaxyCon, and check out our GalaxyCon video if you haven't. But I got to meet the guy, and he had a deal going where it was like you could get the Blu-ray of the series and an autograph and a picture for like a bundle price. And I was like, I don't really care that much about a picture, but I had my copy of the WB Flash that I was getting people to sign. So he went ahead and did, okay, I got the Blu-ray, and he signed both series. So that was kind of cool. And he seemed like a really cool guy. He was friendly, and you saw the panel too, right, Brandon?
Nope.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was in
okay.
line for most of that con.
Oh, right.
That was
He did a really good.
and in line.
They did a good panel.
If I ever go back to GalaxyCon,
Mhm.
I will go multiple days so that I'm not stuck in line seeking autographs for the entire time. That I will
I need to do that too.
seeking autographs part of the time and just enjoying panels and the rest of the con for the rest of the time.
Yeah. I've done it 2 years, and I agree. And next time it's got to be a multi-day.
But if William Shatner comes back, which he has been every year practically this far, I might have to do it just because he's getting old, and I want him to sign a copy of Incubus before he goes.
Right.
So we are at past 10, so I leave it to you all. I can't go to bed just yet because Kim's in the shower. But so did y'all want to do another round, or do y'all want to finish?
Well, if we did another round, I would do the last stack of movies that I have, and I'll put my music stuff that I have to another pile that I have over here, and then I have enough for another video. But I at least want to get my movies recorded, if that's okay. If
So
you guys
how
have
many
a
do you
couple
have?
more.
How many do you have in those, Dave?
Well, I can go through just
How many? Wow.
just
That's, well, I'll tell you what. Divide it. Let's do 3 more each. Does that sound okay with you, Jake? And
I'd have to go get 3, but I'll be back.
Dave, divide yours into thirds, and we'll do it that way.
I'll do 4.
We'll be back shortly.
I'll put these 2 there, and I guess okay. I'll do 4.
And then I will. That way we'll. That way we can each do 3. I can end on G. And I'm down to 2 piles, which I won't be able to do any update on for a while because I will be not filming anything new until after I have.
Oh, guess who came? The Dur.
Fair. So.
The Dur.
The
Dur. The Dur came. Diego.
So 3 more turns. So you got yours full enough. You can divide it into 3. So
I'm gonna have to go grab the comb and comb your butt fur.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. I got one of
I
my.
don't want to see your Buddha butt.
A vinegar syndrome, a Kino, and an arrow. So not bad for my 3. My 3 rounds. So round 1 of 3 for you, Dave. Go ahead.
All right. So, first off, I do have to show off this one because we just recently talked about it. I did pick up a Troll at Central Park to at least have a copy of it. And yes, it's directed by Don Bluth and Gary Goldman. So
watch this
for that one. And then Philippe surprised me some weeks back by picking a Roman Polanski's Repulsion. So I had to. Now this was not a Criterion sale piece. I actually had to buy it from Amazon, so I ended up buying it for like $26 or whatever. But this is Roman Polanski's Repulsion.
I really liked Repulsion. I don't like Roman Polanski, but I do like Repulsion. It was good.
Okay, and then I realized I didn't have the Rainmaker, so I bought this 4-film set with The Client, The Pelican Brief, The Rainmaker, and A Time to Kill.
It's actually not a bad 4-pack right there. Very good films.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've seen all of them, and they're all bangers.
And I know you said 3, but I had to sneak this one in. I picked up
Oh,
Hamilton the musical.
it's too expensive for me, so I have to wait.
So I've seen this film over and over on a digital copy that I've had for quite some time, but I did pull it out to watch, and it is an amazing musical.
Well, you got two more. You got 2 more turns to finish off your stack, Dave. So you got time.
Okay.
So, all right. So Jay,
I had to do some searching. Honestly, I think I've gone through the really good stuff, but hopefully this will be kind of interesting. We had, actually, I'm going to start with this one. Brandon, you might know if this is the whole thing. I'm not really sure if it is. Because, a lot of those old anime releases, they didn't really number everything. And they didn't really always say if it was the final volume. I think I'm missing a volume, though. Maybe even 2. But someone turned in 4 volumes that are clearly the first 4 volumes of a series that I am almost certain I don't have in the collection. Almost. I may find out eventually that it is, in fact, a duplicate. It's a show I've never seen before. And that is Magic Knight Ray Earth.
oh,
We've got Volume 1, Daybreak. Volume 2, Sunrise. Volume 3, Noon. Volume 4, Twilight. Goes through episode 16. Do you know if that's the whole series?
I don't think so. But let me
Yeah.
double check. You know what's sad is that I did upgrade that not long ago. It's too bad. If I'd known about that you needed it, I would have asked you about it.
Well, like I said, I don't know. I'm not
There's
certain.
2 seasons
Okay.
of it, so let me double check.
Well, like I said, worst case scenario is I find out I have duplicates.
Um,
Well, worst case scenario would be that it's out of print and I can't finish the series. But,
the first season is 20 episodes.
so there is one more volume I'm missing. Okay.
Actually, what's funny is that they got both seasons into a compact Blu-ray set.
Okay.
Which
That wasn't a discotheque release, was it?
It might have been
Because they
Magic
do tend to do that.
Knight Rare. There we go. It is. Let me see if it's got discotheque on the bottom of it. Yeah, that's the cover.
The original release was Anime Works, so it could be any
Very possible.
number.
You never know with them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was released.
Well, like I said, these were actually given to me, so I'm not going to complain. If nothing else,
good series. It's a
Yeah.
it's a decent magical girl series. So
Yeah.
I like magic. I like Ray Earth. I had both seasons at one point. I don't know whether I don't know where they went. I probably either sold them or gave them away or something. I don't know. I usually do
I
that.
feel like you might have given it to me, but I don't know where it would be if that's the case.
I had season 1 in one box set and season 2 in a box set. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
decent.
Yeah.
Well, my last 3, my first of those is on the Arrow sale, and I went ahead and it's an upgrade. So Dave, keep watch. It is one that I was really scared by when I saw it first, but this was many years ago. So keep that in mind. I haven't seen it since then, but I really wanted it, and I've had a DVD version of it a while, and I was like, "Ooh, they've upgraded this," and they got the actual slipcover too. And that is the film that has Julia Roberts, Kiefer Sutherland, and Kevin Bacon in it. So what film do they have in common?
Oh God, Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts,
And Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. Kiefer Sutherland. No, it can't be that one. Was it a court drama?
This is a horror film. It's called Flatliner.
Oh, okay.
It's actually not a. I
That's
remember
right.
when
It had a really
watched it,
bad. It had a really bad remake too. So
when I first watched it, was not. I was actually kind of creeped out by it because it's about a bunch of people who end up deciding we're going to trip off of. We're going to kind of get high off of killing ourselves and bringing ourselves back to life, and they end up like having some demons or spirits or something like that come to haunt them from the other world. And it was really creepy when I remember watching it. And it's been 20 some years since I've watched this. And I've wanted to watch it for a while. I want to say my DVD copy's unwatched. Do you have a copy, Dave?
I do believe I have a copy of Flatliners. I have to look, but I'll have to let you know.
I'm glad you do. It's worth having. Good film, from what I remember when I was a teen. But I'm hoping that it will hold up over that time because I like scary stuff. Yeah, this came out when I was 11. So so take that with a grain of salt. It was something that freaked me out when I was 11.
Mm-hmm.
As Jake probably knows, I don't actually. I freaked out pretty quickly when it came to that stuff. All right,
Okay.
Dave. Part 2 of your pile.
Okay, part 2 of my pile are 2 films, and these were birthday selections. I told Tammy that I wanted. So the first one is The Bride. It's got Jesse Buckley and Christian Bale. It is basically a retelling of the Frankenstein story. And Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi in Wuthering Heights.
Uh-huh.
So got those for the collection, and I've seen both of them.
I have not seen Wuthering Heights. I know that much. Which I should see. Margot Robbie's a pretty good actress.
Right. Okay. I kind of feel like I'm ending on a whimper, but these are, again, one of them is one I'm saving the trouble of hauling a bunch of
Well,
stuff.
you got one more turn after this. So hey.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. That one, well, both of these are series I've never actually seen, but they're very well-known series, and they were actually donated at the same time, so I managed to pick them up very cheaply. They're in good shape, so I was like, I can't not do it. And the first one is just the first season of this particular show, but it's a well-known show that put a particular actor on the map. And that is the series that technically stars Gabriel Kaplan, but also was a star vehicle for an as yet unknown John Travolta, and that is the series Welcome Back, Kotter. That's season 1. What's that?
Welcome back.
I'm guessing this is one you do know.
Oh, I watched it on Nick at Night all the time.
Yeah, see, I wasn't a Nick at Night kid, but I've heard good things. I know it's considered a popular and well-liked show. And it's always fun to
I've seen
it's always
bits and
fun to
pieces of
see
it.
where the stars come from. And like I said, this one in Greece, I guess, were what put Travolta on the map. So, it'll be interesting to see.
Of course, then again, the first movie he ever was in was The Devil's Reign, but they never used his face.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. How many seasons? 4 seasons. That's not too bad.
Okay.
So you only need to collect 3 more.
Mm-hmm. Well, the next one I have is 4 seasons.
I want to say that one has a complete collection out.
Hmm.
From that Cotter. It does.
Yes, it does.
There's an expensive version and there's a cheaper version. Cheaper version
Is that one?
the more expensive version is 51.
Is that one that Shout released? I feel like it was.
Yes.
This isn't a Shout edition that I have here. This apparently is just a straight up Warner Brothers edition, but yeah, I thought that Shout had released it.
So this was a Kino sale release. This one's also kind of more of a whimper, but don't worry, since I'm going to be the last one up, I will end on something strong. But this is a Chevy Chase Goldie Hawn film, and that's the reason why I got it, because usually, even though Chevy Chase is a piece of garbage, I do think that his comedies of that time period were actually quite funny. And that is a film called Foul Play. I have never seen it. I didn't even know of its existence, but Kino tends to do that.
I knew of that, but I've never seen it.
Beware the dwarf, whispers the hitchhiker to the beautiful librarian as he dies midway through a screening of Appointment with Danger. Suddenly, she is propelled into a world of wild chases, bizarre attempts on her life, and deadly encounters with an assortment of weird underworld characters. So interesting. And like I say, sometimes Kino will revive 80s films that are like slightly unknown. Oh, 70s films. 1978. So young Chevy Chase in that one. Not bad. All right, Dave. Let's see what the finale of that bad boy.
My finale are 4 films. These were Walmart pickups, and one of them I bought twice so that I could buy a copy for Tammy. Because she wanted it as well. But I had to pick up this one. This one was the last Godzilla that I did not have. Godzilla -1.
-0 comes out this fall. I'm looking forward to it.
Probably the best one since Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, both of those are excellent.
Well, since you had to show off some Stephen King, Brandon, I'm going to decide to show off the 2 that I picked up. The Running Man, the newer one.
I need to get that one.
And then The Long Walk.
And I need to get that one.
But the one that I picked up for both Tammy and myself is the latest Dracula, which this one, the music so reminded me of the music behind Francis Coppola. It just might have irritated me at that, but the rest of the film is actually not bad. So,
I mean, after finally reading the short story that Running Man is based off of, I'm like, the original movie with Schwarzenegger was good, but had almost nothing to do with the short story. Was Stephen King's written thing. But it did vaguely resemble it in that dystopian way, and I know why they couldn't do the story after 9/11, because the ending of The Running Man, which I won't spoil it for anybody who actually hasn't read that one, but you should check out the short story. Let's just say that 9/11 kind of ruined any chances of having that depicted in film. But I guess Jake has this finale, so we'll give you your finale.
Okay, so the last one I have here is, again, it's going to be kind of bulky, which is why it's good to go ahead and present it. This was one that another series that got a shout release. This definitely got a shout release because these are shout copies. And amazingly enough, only the first season is open. The rest of the series is unopened. So it'll be nice if I can eventually get a complete collection on Blu-ray to compact. But for now, this is another show that you probably watched on Nick at Night that I've never seen. But it did get a movie, I think in the late 90s. There was a movie, I want to say it starred Tom Arnold, and it was actually a fairly entertaining movie. I enjoyed it, but the show featured Ernest Borgnine, Tim Conway, Joe Flynn, and among others, Gavin MacLeod. And that is McHale's Navy. Got season 1.
I've seen a couple episodes of that one.
2, 3, and 4. Like I said, 3 of these are unopened. Shout releases, and apparently that is the entire series.
It's a classic.
So I felt like this definitely had to be picked up. Again, I've never seen a single show. I did enjoy the movie, even though it was not high art. And of course, Tom Arnold is not known as the greatest actor out there. It was a fun movie. And I look forward to eventually watching the show, but I couldn't pass up a chance to buy shout collections at pennies, basically.
If anything, they would be good for reselling if you decide to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, mine is definitely an interesting one to end off of because it's off of the Vinegar Syndrome halfway to Black Friday sale.
Okay.
And this is a release that is one that is an upgrade. So, Dave, pay attention.
Okay.
This is an Eddie Murphy film.
Hmm.
And this is an old school Eddie Murphy. And it is a film called The Golden Child.
Hmm.
That is a cool set, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks cool.
It's
Pull
nice.
it off here. Apparently they did have an issue with one of their printings. So they do the
Nice.
Yeah.
of course in it you've got a booklet and you've got another slipcover
Mhm.
over the actual 4K
Hmm.
Cool.
feature. Now, the Golden Child is essentially a movie about this one child that is born like pure, and this devil society wishes to have him corrupted and all of that. And Eddie Murphy is the chosen one to protect him. It's really good. I watched this a lot when I was growing up as a kid. It's one of those classic Eddie Murphy 80s action comedies. And if you like a lot of that stuff, I think you would like this. So, Dave, do you have The Golden Child?
I do not. So,
Do you want that as a part of the... Okay. It is worth having. I would say this one is worth having if you don't have the movie-wise. And it's worth upgrading for me. Well, I hope you all have enjoyed this because there won't be another one like this for a little while until I finish DV7. But don't worry, guys. If you really want to see pickups from me, I have a backlog. And there will, and I can guarantee you that I will still be going through that backlog of episodes on my channel when DV7 is out and about.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you've enjoyed this. If you watched all the way through to the end, thank you very much. And of course, subscribe to Dave's channel, Delusions of Grandeur, or Inside Movies Galore, or both. Really, that would be the preferable one. Where Dave and myself and Jake do make frequent appearances. And of course, if you haven't seen it earlier on, go to Delusions because you can see another pickup video with me and Dave doing a pickup. So that's kind of cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we will see you then when we see you because I'm going to be doing a lot of movie work. from here until Halloween, as I try to get this thing done before Halloween. So we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Good night, all.
And let's see if I can actually do something, because I actually don't have the ending stream for Dave's channel, but I do have it for mine. So let's see.
SeptumSin versus the world. It's that place for all the boys and girls. You'll feel real safe, you'll feel real warm. It's a cozy place to ride out the storm. SeptumSin. SeptumSin and his best boy Jake see the trends that scare us every day. Physical media is going to the side. Doctor streaming will rule the world in time. SeptumSin! SeptumSin!